welcome everybody.
Hello everybody.
My name is Erik.
And I'm Peter.
And today we're going to talk about our notebook lineup.
I thought you were going to say product stack, and that's the whole reason you did that.
Yeah. We got some samples here. It was actually quite difficult to get a bunch of samples because they're always used for events. Or,
People say they can't hear you. Can you check if your microphone is on, just to be sure?
Always the case.
Maybe.
No, it's on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll check if your receiver is on.
We just checked it.
Yeah, this one is off. Okay. So try that again, Erik.
Now better? Hello? Yeah.
It did turn off.
Audio is really low.
Yeah, I know. Erik was.
Eric is always noisy, so then there must be a problem. Yeah. Anyway, welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about a notebook stack. It was not easy to arrange because the samples are always shipped out for events or for demos, for editors. So we tried to get as many as we could today. So
yes.
You already see Titan at the bottom. Stealth over here. I'll give away, Peter.
Yeah, we also have a giveaway. It's not one of these things here.
No.
Over Erik's shoulder. So we're giving away copies of Skull and Bones, the game. And yeah, you can win by participating on the link that's being shared every 5 minutes in the chat on YouTube or Twitch. It's a Gleam link, just so we're sure don't click any other links that are being shared there. Yeah, the more actions you perform there, the more chance you have to win. Basically, it's just a points system. And if you're a regular viewer, you also get bonus points that you can throw in the mix, and that will just enhance your chance of winning. So yeah, don't miss out on a really nice game, guys.
Yeah, and before we start, actually, Peter, can you go to the PPT? We need to visit or revisit last week's live stream.
Right, yeah, we couldn't let this go.
No. You know, so Mankit, he was building a PC together with Michiel.
Yeah.
So actually, Michiel was from the sideline giving instructions.
And I think Mankit just got a little bit too excited. Right?
I think so, yeah.
And then, you know, we all know it happens to the best of us. We get a bit excited, and before you know it.
Yeah. But we found this when we removed the cooler.
Yeah.
We were really laughing.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is an example how it should not be done.
No, but I mean, you know, he also admitted it was, you know, he was a bit nervous, and so he squeezed a bit too much out, and
his CPU cooler fell or something.
Yeah, he said like
he had
off.
like 5 different excuses, and we don't believe any of it.
No, anyway, doesn't matter. Just to show you guys, it happens to the best of us. I mean,
it's not the best.
Not yet. But he
was learning here.
Yeah, exactly. True. I mean, you know, we didn't mention, but like I think was it last year that I accidentally bent 1 or 2 pins on a motherboard as well.
Yeah.
It happens, right? Yeah. Anyway, just to show you guys, you know, it happens.
It
also
happens.
To us.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about notebooks. I'm going to skip this. It's just, you know, we have a lot of in-house engineers, and also our notebooks are all made in MSI. So this means they're designed in MSI. And if you remember, I think in 2019, Michiel and me we visited HU, and we also showed you our what we call our notebook design center.
Eric, can you move the top 2 boxes down so it doesn't block the slides?
Oh, I'm going to maybe remove all of this.
Oh, that's also possible.
Maybe.
I mean, you know, we don't need them anymore now, right? We've got slides.
No. Indeed. Oh, I should do this differently.
You're messing up the order.
Yeah. Not easy.
Just put them on their sides then.
Hey, you're a smart guy. Ooh, we'll keep one here. Okay, so then we already visited the mood room where they design. They have all the look and feels from different notebooks, different logos. We showed you that, so it was quite interesting. But we also do all the testing internally. So we showed you also some of the testing facilities for, I believe, for audio, for what was it? ECM, I think.
Don't know, but it's like static.
Yeah. Indeed. And that also happens with notebooks. Of course, the hinge is very important because that's what you each time when you open it up, you close it down. It's one of the movable parts. You don't have this so much in other products. I
mean, I saw one other one that was really interesting there as well, like the connection port test. So that's actually a really good one because how often, especially laptops, right? I mean, a PC, desktop, once you got the stuff plugged in, okay, maybe some USB ports you use, but generally you're going to probably use the back end of the PC, things connected. But if you're a laptop, you need to take it everywhere, plug in your mouse, plug it out and stuff. So that's actually something that people don't really consider. But how often can you plug it in and out before something can happen to it? But anyway, good that they're looking into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also, the steel ball test is something I would really like to see.
It
looks like something
you said like to undergo.
No, but it's like that's something for a slow-mo channel, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Indeed.
Anyway.
Also, I found a slide. I saw that MSI, and I see this like year after year, is the best tech brand for notebooks, also for servers, etc. So that's that. I still remember when we started with notebooks. I was doing sales in the Benelux. And we first started with the M510A, which was like a 15-inch with on the backside you could put in an A4 paper, so you had a changeable what we call the A cover, the top side. That is what we call the A cover. Yeah. After that we had like S270, S280, which were like very small 12-inch notebooks. Then we started with the Wind. You probably remember this. This was, how was the CPU called again? Asus had the EE-PC?
Core to Duo? No.
No. This was like N100, that kind of level. Really, help me out, chat.
I know what you mean because I used to have one.
Anyway, really slow stuff.
Yeah.
Step by step, we focused more on gaming notebooks, and now a big part of our lineup is gaming notebooks. So basically, we have 3 segments. Besides gaming, we also have creator. We're also going to talk a little bit about it today. Yep. But I think Peter did a few months ago a live stream with Ruud about this. And we have our business lineup, or commercial notebooks. So I have some here, but we're not going to talk about it today. No. Because we have too many samples and too little time. So this basically is our product stack for 2024 for gaming. And as you can see, we will start at the top with this. Titan is at the top. So how can a notebook come on the top of this? This means, probably it's very expensive. It has a lot of features. In this case, it's almost like a desktop. So it has a 4090 inside. It has a very fast CPU. It has a lot of features, etc. Yeah. So in the past, Titan series also had 2 power supplies. So it needed that much power. Nowadays, it's only 1 power supply, still 400 watt.
It's really the category almost of desktop replacement, right? Absolutely. That's what it used to be, and it's like the most powerful gaming laptop series that we offer. Yeah. So that's pretty much what it is. And in the past, we've had some crazy Titans with even some SLI. Yeah, I remember. Indeed. Yeah. Was that 2 980s or something back in the day?
Time ago,
and even one with a full-size mechanical keyboard.
It still has.
There you go. So these are really the let's just say, how far can you push it in a laptop form factor, basically, in terms of performance. It's basically a
desktop with a screen attached to it. And a keyboard, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, then below that, I should say first we have the Raider series. Raider looks a bit like Titan, but the specs and the limits are not that high, so you still can get it with a 4090. But for example, in Titan you can push it to, well, later we talk more about detail, but 270 watt, and the Raider can only go to 250 watt, and the cooling, so that means it cannot achieve the same kind of results, but still you get a lot of those features.
And the Raider should be just slightly less bulky and less heavy, I believe. So a little bit.
And then we have Stealth. Stealth is, I actually like Stealth notebooks. Sleek design. Some of the gaming notebooks that really have how do you say that, Peter?
Outdated?
No, like a design that stands out, like that, screaming design.
Well, I mean, you have like over-the-top, aggressive, and very, clear identity designs, and you have designs that are just very sleek and like fit for kind of.
And that's Stealth.
Yeah, exactly. That blend in any environment basically, and they're not trying to scream like I'm a gaming notebook, but it's more like
actually
just
I would say nowadays,
understated, very classy.
Yeah. In the last few years, I would say that our design moved more from not in all segments, more from the screamy designs to like the
bit more mature. I would say,
maybe you can say like that. Then below Stealth we have the Vector series. So Vector, as you can see, Titan, Raider and Vector are all with the HX series, Intel HX. Later, few slides, we will talk about that.
Yeah.
And they can go up to, the base power is basically 55 watts. So you get a decent performance. And if you look at Stealth, it says MTL, that's Meteor Lake. Then we talk about like, what is it, 25 watts, I believe. So much less.
Yeah, and that's also why Stealth, for example, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong here, Eric, but they're also a bit thinner. So that's why those laptops will be, they're the smaller profile, lighter to carry, and so that's a different profile, let's say.
Okay, so below Vector, I would say we have Crosshair and Pulse, and the difference there is the HX and Meteor Lake. Then it's Sword and Katana. Katana, I'm not going to talk about today because I don't have a sample, and I think probably it's not launched yet in many markets, so I didn't get any not much usable information, so I'm going to skip Katana today. And then on the left side, the thinner light segment. So on the right side you see the performance segment, on the left side you see the thinner light. We have the Cyborg and the Thin series.
Thin speaks for itself, really.
Yeah, indeed. So let us look a little bit on the hardware side, because if you talk about notebooks, we always talk about CPU, GPU, memory and SSDs, of course. So CPUs, if you look from the left to the right side, it's a little bit of timeline. You see there Raptor Lake, and Raptor Lake basically has 4 different versions, and it all has to do with the TDP, with 15 watt, 28 watt, 45 watt and the 55 watt. So we talk about Raptor Lake U, P, H and HX. And of course HX with 55 watt can push much more power, has much more cores, so it can deliver higher performance compared to something from 15 watt, which is all logical. These all have the Core brand, and then end last year Intel also released Meteor Lake. Meteor Lake we're going to talk in a few slides about, but that's basically the one with the NPU inside. I saw Nvidia already doing some stabbing to that, because it's the AI brand. So Nvidia was saying, no, with the GPU you have an AI brand. And then, quite funny, because this is called Series U, the Ultra brand. It's a new branding. It's not 15 gen. However, it's a new architecture, Meteor Lake. They also did a Raptor Lake HX refresh. So that's basically Raptor Lake with higher clock speeds, better binning, and then we talk about 14 gen compared to the Raptor Lake HX. I can do it like this. I think you can see this. Yeah. So here you have the HX 55 watt in the Core brand, and now this is still Core brand, but it's the 14 gen HX still on 55 watt, and basically it's a refresh, higher clock speeds, better binning, etc. But not that many differences in specs. If I highlighted here the Meteor Lake, because I think that's a quite innovative CPU. In the past you normally had the don't want to say APU, but the graphics and the CPU. Now you also have the NPU. So this one has higher performance. It's made on a new production process. It features the ARC graphics. So, and I think that's something what Intel is quite interesting, because Intel, they started with the ARC discrete graphics, and because of that they also are forced to develop the drivers. Meaning they need to have zero-day drivers to make sure they have good performance for new games which are launching. They need to talk with game developers. They need to support this. They also have Access, I think it's called.
XESS, I think that
How do you
everybody
say?
calls it. XESS.
Okay, I call it Access.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, XESS.
So it's like DLSS, XESS.
Yeah. Indeed. AI upscaler. Basically you get, I want to say free frames. Well, it's actually correct, but it's not like frame generation.
No, it's not like DLSS 3 frame generation. No, XESS
indeed.
is more like DLSS 2-ish.
Yeah, indeed. And then the NPU is built in, so AI. That's also actually, in these products you see AI in the marketing name of the laptops. So you know it's a Meteor Lake. Ultra series, I should say. It's not 15 gen, but Ultra series. And it has an NPU, and there are more and more apps on the market which can benefit from this to accelerate AI, LLM or like text generation or image generation. So quite useful. And this will be, of course, a big hype because I believe, I don't know for sure, but I believe, AI, it's there to stay. So there will be more and more AI branded products in the coming years. And at one moment it's normal and nobody cares about it.
It's already developing at such a crazy rate.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, indeed. Then a little bit about the power consumption from notebooks. And I think this is quite important and interesting to know. Because if you buy any laptop, you expect a certain, if you buy a notebook with a 4090 or 4080, you expect certain performance level. Well, first of all, 4090 mobile, you cannot compare that with 4090 desktop. That's already something, because the desktop uses way more power. But in mobile, you also need to think about or take the cooling limitation into mind. So let's have a look at this picture here. On the left side, you see the CPU, and the CPU normally standard is doing 55 watt. Intel boost speeds are up to 157 watts, and then we can even boost it above 200, and that's like 210, but it's a few milliseconds for things like Cinebench. There you would see this kind of behavior, but normally it runs at
not sustained, but just short-term burst.
Yeah, I would say normally it's 175, so we can push this further than the official specs. And I now took an example, important to remember, for the Radeon 18HX, because in each notebook these numbers will be different. Then we have RTX 4090, so the GPU, and as you can see on the NVIDIA website, the GPU can be between 80 and 150 watt. So this one basically uses 150 watt standard, but it can also boost up to 175 watts. So, and then if you want maximum performance, and of course during gaming you don't use that, but like if you do like a power virus a benchmark, then with 200 watt and 175 you use 375, and that's not possible because the cooling limit, and here you see the cooler. Later we will, if we have time left, open one up if I'm able to without breaking it.
It's never a guarantee.
For this one can go up to 250 watts. So this is the Radeon. So this means if the CPU is doing 200 watts, you only have 50 watt left for your GPU. Well, that's not a lot. But like what I said, normally 175 watt on heavy load for the CPU. Then you only have 75 watt. Yeah, I'm correct. 75 watt left for your GPU.
But I mean, it makes sense if you think about it from a scenario, for example, AAA gaming, right? That's going to be GPU intensive. So your GPU will use quite a lot. Yeah. But because the frame rate isn't that high, presumably, because it's a very graphics intensive game, the CPU probably doesn't have to work quite as hard. So it doesn't even require that much power.
No.
Conversely, if you look at it from a competitive game that is high FPS, for example, the CPU will be way more stressed because it needs to generate a lot of frames. But the GPU isn't working very hard because usually in competitive titles, you will turn the graphics down. So this actually makes quite a lot of sense, at least from those two scenarios. And of course, everything in between. But like it will try to find a balance where it can service both the CPU and the GPU with enough power so that it's, neither of them really get bottlenecked.
Yeah, so if we talk about more entry-level notebooks where you don't have a GPU, this of course is not really an issue, or like a 4060 or something. But in the high end, I think especially 4080, 4090, this is very important because you need to be able to cool this. And the bottom screenshot in red is from the MSI website. So if you go to the MSI website, you can see what kind of limits. You can call it power limits or cooling limits.
We'll look at it later on as well, by the way, in a bit more detail. By the way, Zayed Volk is asking, can they make a laptop with no screen, a new type of PC? They do. They call it desktops. Or mini PCs, or we had the Tridents, right? The thinner ones. So basically, it's that in a nutshell. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to make laptops without the screen because you just have like a very flat, thin PC with a keyboard on it. I mean, then you can skip the keyboard probably as well. And so basically you end up with a thin client or anything in between or a small form factor PC. Yeah. Anyway.
So please keep this in mind, and if you're considering to buy a notebook, always look into these values, because it's also possible that your notebook cannot cool that much, and that you, with two different notebooks with a 4080, will give you lower or higher performance depending on what these cooling limits are.
Yeah.
So you can find us on the MSI websites.
And this is really cool, because I think in the past there were a lot of people complaining, especially also media and other.
Yeah, this was
factors.
actually when RTX 30 was introduced, because before that we had, and I don't remember the name, but they had like a special name for the GeForce Mobile, which had a higher TDP.
There was like with the 700 series, I remember it was still M, and maybe even with the 900 series, it would be like a 970M, for example.
No, they had different marketing names.
And then
for
was after that, then there was something else. I think even mobile or notebook or something. They put something behind it. But
in RTX 30 series, they put everything on one pile, meaning you have one GPU. With different power limits, so everybody could configure that differently, and nobody was transparent about this. So basically, you could buy something with a limit of 80 watt or with 150 watt, and you wouldn't know.
But the branding, like 3090 or something, didn't really mean anything, or because it didn't mean a certain level of performance.
Max Q.
Yeah, Max Q was also exactly. Anyway, so. But also the amount of, because there was already kind of like a load balancing in terms of the power that went to the CPU and the GPU. It was already happening, but it was always pretty much in the background, and it wasn't public information.
We should invite NRT to sit here next to us. So
yeah, maybe.
We have a question.
Yeah, just as like a Wikipedia page or like a reference. Anyway, but yeah, so this is really cool that now this information is more out in the open, and for everybody it's like much more transparent. You kind of see what you could. It's clearer what you can expect, basically, and that's, I think, a really good step.
Yeah, something else what I think for MSI is important, if you go to msi.com and you end up at our global website, we have what we call internally the up to SKUs, meaning we specify what a notebook can maximum carry.
No, well, some different options, and then there's like for the CPU it's a maximum, so it's up to.
Yeah.
But then if you look at the displays and the OS, for example, you get a couple of options. So it will actually list down a set number of options that are available.
And you don't get 3 displays. So
no. It's one, it's basically one
for
of
example,
them.
this example, you see the up to Core 9. So basically it can be do a Core 5, Core 7, Core 9.
Yeah.
It can have either one of these 3 Windows versions. It can have either one screen. So the options are 18-inch mini LED, 120 Hz, 18-inch 40. This is 4040p,
QHD
10/9 IPS level, and 18-inch 4040p.
Yeah.
1080p 16:9 165. The GPU is the 4070, so there's only one GPU mentioned, so it's not an up to SKU.
But there is up to boost.
Yeah, indeed. We just talked about it. It can have maximum 96 gigabyte DDR5. It has 2 slots, and you already see here it can vary the memory capacity. Yeah. And then it can have 2. I cut off the screenshot a little bit, but in this case, 2 M.2 slots. Yeah. This is not what you're buying, because you will not get a notebook with 3 screens that you can switch out. So. Always go to one of the local websites. For what I did, I went to, so here, this is the URL, you see www.msi.com. Now I went to the UK website, and the same notebook I took a screenshot of, so it's a Stealth 16 AI Studio A1VGG.
Actually, I believe last screenshot you had the Stealth 18, but I mean, that's just the inch.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, Stealth 18, Stealth 16, the number is basically the screen size. So other than that, it's the same.
So, and here you see the local SKUs specified. So this one, this is with a core of with the Ultra 185H, 155H. Yeah. Both come with Windows 11 Pro. Let me see, it's the same screen in this case, the 240 IPS panel.
QHD.
The same GPU, because there was only one GPU available for this SKU. Yeah. Memory for the GPU doesn't matter, but they also specify it. Both have 16 gigabyte of memory, in this case DDR5. Well, this can only go with DDR5, I would say, yeah. And then here you see we have 2 slots available for memory, and both are occupied. You see 16 gig times 2.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 terabytes, one 2 terabyte NVMe SSD Gen 4. So this is clearly specified. You can also see this on the datasheet. You can download that over here if you click on this PDF.
Yeah.
And this is actually what you're buying. And you might say, well, I want this notebook with the mini LED display. And sometimes it's difficult because we have basically a chassis, like a tooling, and we have various options. CPU, we can put like i7, i5, i9 in. The screen, as you can see, as you saw, I should say, Windows. And most of these things come together based on the feedback from the local offices. Some will say, well, I need a i9 with a 4090. Other offices will say, well, you know, that's too expensive. I want the i9 with a 4080. Or I want the 4090 with an i5, you know?
Basically, every country, every region has a product manager or PM, and they will make a prediction, let's say, and order a certain SKU and say, look, I think for my region or my country, these models will be the ones that we need, that will, you know, that people will want, let's say. And so those are the ones that they will take on stock. They need to order them in advance, obviously, so there's a long schedule there. And then they get those models, and that's what you'll see in your shops. And they might have like a single model that's specific or, you know, exclusive to a single shop or something to kind of give everybody a specific deal. But that's kind of how it happens. And they have to make choices because they can't just flood the market with, you know, all possible models because, you know, you probably won't sell that many. So then you'll be stuck with way too much products on your hands. So they have to make choices.
Yeah, and most times these choices are logical. I mean, if you're really keen on having this mini LED, of course it might be difficult because it's something special, something high-end, but I mean, most of those choices are logical, so you probably would agree and find something what suits you. But this is the difference between the MSI.com website and the local websites. So you can, of course, always check with your local reseller. Today I'm not going to talk about pricing because there are so many different configurations which change in each of which are different in each country. Yeah. I mean, I can say the bottom gaming notebook is probably $499 or $799. Some, you know, like 12 gen is probably like $499, I would say, maybe $599, and then the maybe 14 gen. We're talking about and up to. Up to maybe 5K, maybe more.
Yeah, some people were already seeing in the chat that they saw a Titan, and I think they actually checked this, and this was in England because it was in pounds, and they said it was about 4,000 pounds or something. I don't know. Could be. Yeah,
could be. Yeah,
but it goes all the way up to from a few hundred to a couple thousand.
Again, also depends on configuration, but like what we said, Titan. Yeah, I have one here, so I'm not pounding my desk. But Titan is one of the high-end ones, so you expect the most, the biggest configuration with the fastest hardware, and you also will need to pay for that. Let's talk a little bit about the notebooks. Right. So this notebook, I don't have a sample on hand, so I cannot show you. It's a thin 15. As you can see, this is a 15-inch because most times the screen size is indicated in the marketing name. And then at the bottom you see the B13V, this is just the B13U and the B12. So that's the generation of the CPU. So here we even still have 12 gen. 12 gen, I mean, it's 2 years old, so still very decent. And you know the progress in the CPU market the last few years, you know, just faster. Yep. And sometimes more cores. Meteor Lake is a bit different, but this is not Meteor Lake. No. So, and will this become available in Meteor Lake? First of all, I don't know. And I mean, you know, in the future everything comes available, but the fact that we don't have 14 gen in this means it will take time. Yeah. And all the generations are always cheaper, I would say. MLT is asking, do you offer a custom build option on the regional websites? No, we don't. So all the notebooks are built in the factory, and you always have a minimum order quantity, MOQ we call that. And normally it's like, you know, I'm speculating, but like 1,000 pieces or 2K, 2,000 pieces, which also means we need to have the number of GPUs, the number of memory, all these kind of sets together, that it's all the same. And BTO would first of all.
BTO is build to order, by the way. For those who don't know.
Sorry, indeed.
Yeah.
BTO is build to order, that you can customize, build something. First of all, that would not be possible from Asia, from the factories. That would be very difficult. So we need to move that to local. Also doable, that we have the chassis and here we customize things.
For laptops, that's still difficult though, because
Yeah.
I mean, everything is baked into the chips, for example, right? It's baked into the motherboard.
There are not sockets. A lot
yeah.
of times it's BGA soldering, so it's just soldered on the PCB. And that's also maybe in the future. I cannot promise it, but we are thinking about doing like a tour.
It's possible. I know a guy. I love the can-do
We have
attitude.
one in our team as well.
Yeah. I know a guy with a soldering iron.
yeah. Hey Peter, why was that still showing all stuff?
I don't know.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Just looking in the preview.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
better skip it, then we don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Okay, we are trying to arrange a tour in our RMA center, and there you see that when we have a defect notebook where sometimes the chipset is broken, the CPU, they are desoldering that and then putting a new one on, or a GPU. Quite interesting, but yeah, it's it requires special equipment, skilled people.
Yeah.
Doing build your custom notebook, that's difficult. I know.
Don't put it in your oven at home, by the way.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
I know in the past.
Bad idea.
And probably still for sure in local markets there are companies who are doing this. So you can go to the website and you can configure a notebook. And normally they use chassis from brands like Clevo, which is a big OEM, and just sells you the chassis and you need to put everything inside. But I don't know if these kind of brands are still active. And probably Dell is doing that, but then just memory, etc. That's I think on a different level.
Yeah, and then you have things like Framework, which maybe if you watch, for example, Linus Tech Tips, that's like a customizable notebook where you can swap out parts and pieces, but that's a completely different concept and obviously comes with a way higher cost. So you get the benefit of doing those upgrades, but you pay for it obviously. So your upfront cost is way higher. In order to provide you with a, let's say, competitive price for notebooks like this, we have to do it on scale. And that's how we can go lower in price. So
NRT, it depends on what's offered. Things like memory, SSDs are easy to do. CPU, GPU, very difficult. Screen, also very difficult, from my understanding.
RGB in the keyboard, don't even ask.
Okay, let's continue.
Even that, right? Forgetting that, or even looking past the hardware things, but even things like, these laptops have keyboards, so you have to have local keyboard layouts as well, which for us, when we talk about keyboards themselves, it's already a bit of a nightmare, because that means like per country you need to have a certain quantity. The same goes for this, but you also have all the hardware locked into it as well. Together. So you can't just say, oh, well, in this country, this notebook isn't selling well. Oh, we'll just send it to another country and sell it there. Yeah. No, because there you have the wrong keyboard layout.
We also have people from the US or Australia, so let me explain a bit. In Europe, each country has a different keyboard. In some countries, they have 3 keyboard layouts. For example, in Holland, we use what we call US International, which is QWERTY, which means the Q. What is it? I need to QWERTY, indeed.
So that if you're in the US, hey, that's what you're probably using.
Indeed. But in the UK, they have the same, but then they have the pound sign for the money. In Belgium, they have AZERTY, which means the Q and the A are switched around, and a lot of other letters.
It's basically the French layout, guys. It's the French layout.
Then in I think Germany, they have QWERTZU. Again, a different layout, and they have the Ringel. Is it the Ringel S?
Yeah, they call it like that. It's like a B, but they pronounce it as an S.
Yeah, the
but
double
it looks
S.
like a B.
Yeah. So in Europe, it's a nightmare, and in Asia, I don't know, but probably the same. Each country has a different layout. So if we have a batch of notebooks which is meant for a certain country, you cannot sell it in other countries. Unless you replace the keyboard, but that's very difficult. You can switch them out,
Silent Shadow. You can switch the keyboards out. The problem is that then you'll be stuck with a whole lot of excess keyboards, which again is also not something you should look for.
But also the keyboard is the first thing which goes into an empty notebook. And the PCB, all the other stuff, the memory is put on it from the back. So you would need to remove everything to access that. Anyway, let's talk about Thin 15. So this is really an entry-level gaming notebook. We're talking about Full HD. So 1080p, 144 Hz, so it's gaming, we're not talking about 60. And I would say nowadays all our gaming notebooks have IPS panels, and I have to say it's not really... some will have IPS and some will have IPS level. And IPS level basically means the same technology, but IPS, I think it's from LG, Peter?
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah, it's a brand name from LG, exactly. So it's not really
so
allowed
it needs to be from them to actually call it IPS.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but it's the same technology, same quality.
Same viewing angles and everything.
This one,
that's good.
I already talked about it. It's with either 12 gen or 13 gen. And 13 gen we're talking about up to a Core i7. It's not a Core i9. And this also means that the cooling can probably not fit a Core i9. And the same with the GPU is up to 4060. So, decent for 1080p gaming.
Yeah.
Also comes with Type-C,
DisplayPort,
alt
HDMI.
DisplayPort indeed, HDMI, so enough connectivity.
Oh yeah.
I think I have more on this slide. Let me see.
More detail.
DDR4. It's still the older generation. I think in 12 gen, maybe also in 13 gen. 13 gen can do both DDR4 and DDR5. I think 14 gen. Meteor Lake can only do DDR5. 14 gen, I don't know, but it's Alder Lake refresh, so probably can do both. Also, if you look at audio, DTS, it supports DTS audio, so you also have nice sound. Because of the displays, the alt display and the HDMI, you can actually connect a second display to it. That's what we call matrix display. And all the AI stuff. AI engine, this, and later maybe we will talk. I think Peter, when you did your live stream, you also did the image generation.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was still a bit rough, and it was a demo at that point. But we do have some image generation included as well. Another thing we want to highlight here is, of course, that it weighs less than 2 kilograms. Yeah. So it's on the right there. It's a really nice Cosmos Gray. You can see it's quite clean design. So it's perfect for example, people who still go to school, to university or something. It's a laptop that you can use for both home, a bit, with gaming and stuff, but also with work-related stuff or study. And because it's just a really clean, nice, flat design, it's also easy to carry, and it still has plenty of connectability, as you can see there, and still plenty of speed. Because I mean, Eric is saying, "Oh, it's just DDR4," but DDR4 versus entry-level DDR5,
no difference.
Probably is going to perform almost the same. At least not something you will notice. No. So yeah, it looks cool, maybe DDR5, but especially looking at this kind of segment, which is you need to make it thin, and we want to keep it affordable as a package. So then DDR4 actually makes quite a lot of sense as a choice. Yeah, I think the same with PCIe Gen 4 SSDs.
No problem there.
In terms of the speed, that's still really freaking fast.
Nobody is using, nobody, I don't want to say nobody because I don't know, but we are not using Gen 5 PCI Express because you basically cannot cool it.
Oh, not just that, but also the speed itself. The only time you would be able to reach that is just file transfer. Yeah. And unless you're transferring files all day long, which I doubt anybody really does, unless you're working in a data center, there's really no use. You're not really using that speed anyway.
So Skeets was asking in the chat, what is lower than 4060? Well, he already found out 4050. Yeah, 4 gig indeed. Yeah. So yeah, then you really talk about integrated discrete graphics. And the next step is discrete graphics. And the next step is integrated graphics. And don't underestimate the Intel graphics. I mean, it's not like a discrete GPU, but where you in the past would have, Peter, what did we have? We didn't have 3020 or something. And 3050 was always the same, right?
The 50 level was always pretty much the...
MX, we also had MX410, etc.
Yeah, things like that. 710, I remember,
but
was there a long time.
That is the gap over there. Yeah. So with this you get an entry level but decent gaming notebook. Important thing I also want to highlight is the keyboard. So here we have a keyboard with backlit keys, but you cannot say RGB because you cannot change the color. It's just one single color, not changeable. Yeah. If you look at the rest of the lineup, you will see later we have like maybe even 4-color keyboards. So you can change to 4 different colors. Then like 24 zones, and then per key RGB settings. So the higher you come in the lineup, the more customizations you can do in your keyboard, and with the more colors, of course. Okay, so this is the thin. Then Cyborg. Cyborg is the same segment, a little bit higher. And here we talk about an FHD plus screen. So basically it's a 16:9 screen. 144, that's the same, but also with sRGB. So you get a little bit better quality, I would say. It's a widescreen. And this notebook also has a transparent bottom. I never saw this in real life, so I cannot comment on it.
Yeah.
But it's not really like you see the internals, as you can see from the picture. It's more that,
it gives you the impression of seeing it, which fits with the theme Cyborg, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like half machine, half something else, and it's pretty cool.
So, and the difference between the thin and this one is that this is still on 13 Gen, but it uses DDR5. Let me go back.
This one is even lighter. It's 1.6. The other one was the thin was 1.8, I believe. And
they
this one
didn't
is
put the paint
1.6.
on the back cover.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But I mean, it's even lighter, and it's very, very thin as well.
Yeah, indeed. And this, I need to check the. Oh, this is also up to 4060 and more or less the same kind of CPU. Oh, this is H. Let me go back.
Yeah.
And this is. Oh, it doesn't specify.
No, it was the normal one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the small differences, but of course you get a little bit extra, so you need to pay a little bit extra. And these are the entry-level gaming notebooks in our lineup. Then let's move up. I also don't have this one, Sword.
Yeah.
Fancy names.
Yep.
And here we're also already going to talk about more memory. We talk about Quad HD Plus, so 16:9 screen as well, 240 Hz instead of the 144 Hz, and with color profiles like DCI P3. And basically, most notebooks are IPS like panels. This one has a keyboard which can do more colors, so we have 24 zones. Maybe later I have one, we can probably see what this means. And comes with Raptor Lake up to the 4070, so it's one step higher again, so you get, I don't want to say more performance, because basically you have a higher resolution, you have a wider screen.
No, you have more performance, but at the same resolution. So basically, because otherwise you're going to have to say, well, it depends on this and that. Well, it depends on a lot. But in the end, 4070 is more performance than a 4060.
Yeah.
But
no,
then
these
as
are
well,
no mechanical
it depends
keyboards.
on the configuration and obviously the wattage.
Yeah, indeed. And
anyway,
as you can see from the marketing name, 17HX, it uses it has a 17-inch screen, and it uses the HX Intel CPU, which is 55 watt and can boost to 175, etc. So here are some more features, and as you can see, this comes with a MUX chip. So basically, this means you can switch between the discrete graphics and the integrated graphics. My son is calling me. I'm not going to pick up.
No.
Probably he has a problem in Fortnite, or he wants to unlock a. Probably I need to pay something
the
for
skin.
him.
Yeah.
Not going to do that. It can support Gen 5 SSDs. But it doesn't mean that this comes with a Gen 5 SSD. And this is also very important if you look at notebooks, because some brands are doing tricky marketing with this. I mean, I don't think, first of all, Gen 5 SSDs at this moment make sense. Secondly, I already told you, cooling for a Gen 5 SSD is difficult. So you need a huge cool block and maybe even go to active solutions. And the cooling will also make your notebook thicker. So I don't know what the plans are. But I can only speculate that this is still far away. Also from a cost point of view, it doesn't make any sense at this moment. Then it's better to have a RAID 4, sorry, not a RAID 4, a RAID 0 Gen 4 setup in your notebook. So always watch out for those kind of tricks. Yeah, and this one on the top you can see the webcam shutter. So basically you can you have a mechanical.
It's a physical.
Yeah, a physical
slide basically
door
that you can,
or something indeed.
Exactly.
Yeah, indeed. So that's the Sword. This one I have somewhere.
Right.
Right. No. Maybe
you
not
need
on
to
the
look
right
first?
side of the pile, but at the bottom. I think it's this one.
Crosshair.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want to go to the close-up? Or
Yeah,
where do you
yeah.
wanna start?
Maybe. I mean,
Main? There you go. Okay.
it's it comes with this kind of box. So as you can see, some higher end models have a full color box. So
Yeah.
Raider. Let me.
Gentle.
I'm just going to take it out that you can see this notebook. I'm not going to. Do we want to see the screen? Yeah, maybe. Of the screen, the keyboard.
Of course.
This is the notebook. Of course. Then I need a power supply. These are all samples. So
Yeah.
this also means I don't know what normally is inside the box because these are just a power supply, or let's say a brick, and the notebook itself.
Yeah, these have also already been to events and to media, so they've been
More than you
tossed
can
around
imagine.
a bit, just so you're aware of this. So they're not brand new out of the warehouse.
Yeah. So we cannot.
It could be that they have some scratches on it or whatever. Again,
Yeah.
like they've been tossed around a bit.
So as you can see, I think it's.
Yeah, this looks pretty nice.
Yeah. You can maybe do the detailed cam, Peter.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's better.
No, indeed.
I like the other one better, actually.
Yeah, this one maybe. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I show you that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know for other brands, probably the same, but in all MSI notebooks we have some sort of
It's a protector.
protect. I won't say cloth, but
It
it's
is.
actually not
It's
this
like
one.
felt. It's like felt, I guess.
Yeah, indeed, and that is to protect your screen that the keys are not pushed into your screen,
Rubbing
because a
or-
lot
or-
of
yeah,
times
exactly.
this happens, and
Yeah, in
Then
your
you're-
bag or something, it can get squished, and
Yeah.
if it happens often enough, the keys can actually leave marks on the screen.
yeah, and you don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
So and that's why this is. I can imagine that people don't use this, if they have the notebook, but when they have the marks on the screen, you know why.
Yes.
Let me put this also away.
Let me try
So-
to close up again.
Yeah, when we talk about this kind of notebook, let me see if I have that kind of information. So this is the Corsair 17, so it's a 17-inch screen. The battery on this one is also bigger. We didn't talk about that, but here we talk about 90 watt-hour battery. So it's it has a longer battery life, so you can work longer without having to plug it in. Maybe later we talk also a little bit about gaming on, well, we can do that now, gaming on a battery. I mean, a lot of people who buy a gaming notebook, they think they can game on the move. Yeah, for sure you can, but first of all, you don't get maximum performance. Secondly, your battery will be empty quite quickly. Quite quickly is the wrong description, I don't know, but it will not, you will not, maybe you cannot finish your Fortnite round, which is half an hour, probably a bit longer, but gaming notebooks are actually, I don't know if I can say it like that, but it's better to game on them when you are plugged in, because then you get full performance, everything is unlocked, and you don't have to worry about anything. And the benefit is you can close it, take it with you, and in the airplane, bus, or wherever, what location, you can still do your homework or your office applications, Outlook, email, browse the internet.
Maybe even watch a movie.
Watch a movie without any problem.
Some lighter stuff.
Yeah, but once indeed you're going to use the CPU for rendering or for games, or the GPU, and you push them to high power consumption, it will eat the battery away. And that's no more than logic. So it's best to with a docking station or when you're at home. I mean, I saw people in the past. We sponsored Fnatic. They were playing games on notebooks in the airplane, etc. Practicing. It's all possible. But I mean, not for hours.
Well, it depends on the game as well. I mean, some light games that are not GPU intensive, for example, and don't push high frame rates, you could do that. But indeed, more demanding games with 3D applications and stuff, obviously that's going to eat through the battery a bit quicker.
Yeah. So this is 14 gen. So we're talking about, let me see, that's Raptor Lake Refresh, I think, 14 gen HX. And maximum 4070 GPU. So basically the same like last one. And this one also, let me see if I can switch it on.
Ooh. Yes, it's a nice effect.
Yeah. We have a lot of studio lights here, so the effects on the
bright,
camera
yeah.
are not like
I think you can
how it's
see
in
it
real
quite
life,
well,
but
actually.
Yeah. It's not, I mean, it's, how do you say that? I don't have the English words.
It's not too over the top?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. It's
not
subtle.
too intrusive.
Yeah, indeed. So, well, I'm surprised it switches on because they're all samples. I really don't know if they are stable or working.
Yeah, some
all
of these are
NVT
pre-production samples.
Yeah. So if you look at this notebook, let me see if I have some information about the weight or something.
It should have a slide about it, right?
Yeah.
Is there also RGB in the back of the?
No.
Like the
No.
logo. and
This
stuff?
one, if you look over here, it looks like RGB, but it's like a.
It's a mirror.
Yeah,
finish.
and then with some like oily.
Yeah, it's a foil.
Foil,
Yeah.
indeed, reflection like. It looks nice. All
Yeah.
kinds of colors.
Yeah. I mean, you can very easily make that look cheap, but this looks really nice,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like it's done in a way that just looks just right.
Yeah, and as you can see, maybe like this, Peter.
With the close-up.
Detailed cam. It's like
Reflective.
in
a little
there.
bit. Yeah.
It's not like on top of it, so you don't feel it. What I like on this one are the hinges. I'm an old guy, so I had a lot of notebooks in the past, and
Eric's chewed through a lot of hinges.
yeah, basically. And
He's
then,
unhinged.
These are sturdy, so.
Don't break it while you say that.
Sorry?
Don't break it while you say that.
No, but that's normal. I mean, it
Yeah.
should be able to do this. That's like a test.
Yeah.
Let me see a little bit what we can talk. Yeah, the keyboard. Maybe I can. Nah, we will do that with the Titan. But basically, this is a 24-zone keyboard, so there are different zones in which you can select the color. So it's not per key RGB. If we're going to talk about connectivity, let me see. So this one has 2 vents on the back, and probably, I'm not going to lie because I don't know for sure, but probably it also means it has 2 fans for the cooling solution.
Most laptops do indeed.
Yeah, well, no, not most. But if you
Most
look at gaming
laptops.
and the more higher
Yes.
end, they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
this
yeah.
indeed.
One basically covering the heat pipes from both ends. So one servicing
Yeah.
more the GPU and the other servicing more
So
the.
need to. Okay, so.
And at the bottom, you can also clearly see the vents and the heat pipes through the air vents. So you can see there's quite a lot of ventilation going on
And
there.
this is
And
not
there
the
are
one
2
with the
fans indeed. You can actually see the
translucent,
2 circular patterns below the feet, left and right. So yes, there are 2 fans in there. You can quite clearly see it.
Let us look at the connectivity on the sides. So over here you have the audio jack, USB, and this is I think a Kensington lock.
Yes.
So you can lock it with a cable, and probably they break your notebook when they want to steal it. So they don't want to steal it anymore.
Nope.
Then on the other side you have also a USB connector. I need to check. And you have a Type-C connector. And let me see.
You can see what
this
gen
is
it is.
not Thunderbolt. The higher models will also have a Thunderbolt connector. Peter, is this webcam zoomed out?
I don't know.
Maybe it's good. I mean, no, it should be fine. It should be fine. And then on the back, let me see. We have the power connector.
I can try and zoom it in if you want.
Maybe.
Let me
But
see.
probably then when we show a complete
Well,
notebook.
then I can zoom back out again, can't I?
No. It's better. Yeah.
Like that?
Okay. We can try. So power connector on the back, and that's quite useful because then when you use your mouse on this side, I'm a right mouse person, you are not conflicting with the power connector or with any other connectors. LAN connector, I think this is just 1 gigabit, not 100% sure. HDMI, and then we have the another USB connector. So missing anything? No, I think that's it.
There's also a lot of profile at the bottom. for the feet basically. So it actually lifts it up a little bit. So there's plenty of space underneath
quite
for
high,
the air to. Yeah, exactly. They're quite high. So I wanted to point that out as well.
And I like the cover. Has a nice design.
It is.
It's like engraved. I can feel it.
Yeah. And it's a nice matte finish to it. Very classy.
Yeah. So this is the Crosshair.
You want to show the slide for it?
We can. Let me go.
Yeah. There we go. Just for the overview. So you can see. Oh, maybe you want to get over it. Go over it. Or did you? No, I think that was the other one. It's very.
And this is available in 16 inch and 17 inch, as you can see.
Yeah.
Peter, we need to hurry. Already 1 hour talking, and this is our first notebook.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe do some giveaway or two.
Well, let's do one first, and then you
I
get
will
the next
take another notebook.
You get the next notebook. Right. So, guys, I'm not sure if the giveaway link is being shared now, because you mentioned earlier. Some of you mentioned that it wasn't being shared, so I will share it again, just to be sure. Perhaps our bot is snoozing today. I'm not sure. Anyway, so. You can win copies for Skull and Bones, the game, and we'll be giving away a couple of codes today. Eric is already looking at the next one.
Yeah, it looks nice.
So let's draw our first winner for today. I see there are plenty of people that are
looks like a gift, right? If you
participating.
Get it like this.
So it seems like most people have been able to find it.
Nice.
So you can participate by clicking on the link. And then performing a few actions. The more actions you perform, the better your chance of winning.
So, maybe also show you this.
Oh.
Notebooks. I don't want to say all of them, but you know, at least this one, the Stealth, comes in like a bag.
A protective cloth bag.
This one already broken.
Which is already torn indeed. But again, like these are media samples.
Where did I leave the last power supply? Oh, here.
So we have our first winner. Congratulations to Valdorian for winning a copy of Skull and Bones. So we'll be giving away more codes later on this live stream, so you'll still have a chance of winning. If you haven't won yet, please participate. You only have to do it once per live stream, and then we'll see what we can do. Right. Let's continue.
Oh, Peter, one moment. I need to go back a little bit. Yeah.
Did you have NDA stuff on there?
No. They don't trust me with NDA stuff.
Right.
Okay, so the next one is Pulse. Pulse is again a bit higher segment. AI in the marketing names already shows you that this is not a HX CPU, but we're talking about Meteor Lake. And this is 16 and a 17 inch. So if you look at the features here, we also same kind of battery, 90 watt hour, same kind of display like the previous model. Keyboard, only now it's a Meteor Lake, so basically a lower power version. I would say the previous one was more powerful, but also more bulky. This one is sleeker. Let me see if I can see something what pops out. Yeah, airflow. So, not sure if you know this, but there is a difference between a laptop and a notebook. Officially, you know, the official old definition. A laptop you can put on your lap. Well, you cannot see my lap, but you know
it's
what
designed.
I mean. Because there are no exhaust fans.
Cool.
I switched it off and still. Anyway.
That didn't sound like off.
I know.
Throw it away.
No, some important people can still reach me.
Oh, I see. All right, let's hope it's not something serious.
I don't know.
We'll find out afterwards.
Let me quickly check. No.
Okay.
Probably not.
All right.
So a laptop you can put in your lap, and a notebook you cannot put on your lap. So a laptop has the fans, the exhaust fans on the back. I mean, nobody is paying attention to this kind of definition, but that's the official definition. They told me a long time ago. So this one, as you can see over here, also has the fans on the back and on the rear edges. So basically, you can put it on your lap without burning. quite important. Oh, no guarantees there, you know. Check the manual before you're going to do this. As you can see here, it also has a fancy design inside, so artful etching. Not sure if you see it in this. Well, yeah, you see it as well. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a sample for this, but yeah, it's quite colorful.
Yeah, it's like a splashy design.
Yeah, indeed. And this is one of the newer notebooks. And for the rest, I don't see any new features. Of course, all small kinds of things, but these are the key features. Then, in the same segmentation, we have the Vector notebook, and this is with HX. And HX is again the 55-watt CPU, not like Core of a Meteor Lake, the one we just had, the AI one. So again, 16-17-inch, but then you get more performance. And here you already see the MSI AI Overboost Ultra, not sure what Ultra means, but this, what we talked earlier about, the CPU and the GPU together, they can go up to a certain amount of cooling performance, let's say like that, and this one can cool away 250 watts. So, and in the previous model this was not really an issue, so that's why we didn't talk about it, but here this will become an issue. This one also comes with Wi-Fi 7, and not only that, also with the killer Wi-Fi 7. So you can do basically a lot more bandwidth management. I believe Killer has a, I would say Killer has like a bad name from the past, but Intel bought the company, and now basically it's Intel hardware and Killer software with the features integrated in their hardware. Wi-Fi 7, so nice touch. As you can see here as well, this is the first notebook which comes with Thunderbolt. So you see each layer of notebooks, you get something extra. And it's not only performance-wise, but also feature-wise. Let me see what is else here. DIN audio speakers at the bottom here. DIN audio, I think it's a Danish company. Peter?
Danish, yeah. Yeah, correct.
Danish or
yeah,
Danish?
Danish.
Danish. Anyway, somewhere in up North Europe.
Well, you call it up north, but the Swedes call it down south.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And the Norwegians,
maybe it's in the middle of Europe. Yeah, depends where you live.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, we started collaboration with them maybe already 10 years ago, and yeah, they really they're known for their professional studios. Well, not studio speakers, but for the professional speakers. And they also are engineering that for the MSI notebooks, and the audio is really nice. And yeah, I think that, Peter, do you see any other differences I should highlight? I think that's it basically.
I mean, no, it's just it combines more. I mean, Cooler Boost 5, so it's another I think a move up in terms of cooling performance, which you need if you're going to cool away 250 watts of power. So obviously it's way more powerful cooling as well. It's got a Kensington lock obviously, and a lot of things we've seen on other notebooks as well, but just a little bit of extra added on top and more features. Wi-Fi 7 is a nice touch because that means like you're ready for whenever people start having Wi-Fi 7, which in the US is going to happen quite fast, I believe, because that's always faster in terms of regulations. Europe, because it's so fragmented, so many different countries that need to agree on everything, it's always a bit later, but it's coming obviously, and so you can then use that full speed, which is nice. So yeah, it's just again like every step up you get something nice, something extra in a lot of levels. So both with the CPU, the amount of power it can push and cool, the GPU as well. I think is a bit more powerful. I'm
going one step back. Yeah, indeed. So that's a good question. Why does this come with a SteelSeries keyboard? That's also an important change because the previous one did not have a SteelSeries keyboard, and this one has. So you see,
this one has per key RGB. The previous one, I believe, had 24 zones.
Yes, indeed.
There you go.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, indeed, at the bottom.
Yeah,
indeed. And we're now talking about the Vector notebook, 15-inch and 17-inch HX, so the 55-watt CPU, 14th gen. And then we're going to talk about Stealth. Stealth, we actually have two different versions, and I don't know which one I have here.
Yes.
Well, maybe I can check the box somewhere.
Check the box.
Okay, this is the 18AI one, which is not one of these.
I already switched to the main.
Oh,
Because I thought
yeah.
you had it there.
No.
Okay,
I have the
okay,
18-inch. Okay, so for the 16-inch, it's really thin.
Yes.
Comes with a 120 hertz. Sorry, what
Up
did I
to.
say? Anyway, not mini LED. It can come with a mini LED, but I already showed you that really depends on the markets.
Yeah.
Fingerprint reader, this kind of things, and a large touchpad. And here the GPU can go up to 4090. So it's a big step forward.
Yep.
And of course we talk about a Core Ultra 9 CPU of processor. And then we have the 18. I have that one here. So let us look at this one. Maybe I need to clean it a little bit. Yeah, should be okay like this. So I believe this one has RGB. Let me switch it on. Maybe empty battery? No. Okay, you see? So this one has RGB LED.
Very nice.
In the logo. And again, it's just in there. So it's can I show that like this, Peter? You see that? So you don't see it like sticking out.
I mean, it's really nice. No, especially if you see it like this, the logo lights up nicely because now it's in the shadow.
Of course, you can control that. Then over here, maybe I need more cleaning stuff. Yeah.
These things. We recently had an event in the Netherlands. That's why these samples were here and available for us.
Yeah. So at the sides, you see the. Maybe Peter, I will take the mobile phone. Let's try that.
Yeah, perhaps that
experimental.
That could be better. Yes.
So over here you see.
Tap the screen, then it will. Yes, there we go.
Over here you see the DIN audio speakers. So they're quite big.
Yeah. I mean, normally you don't really tend to see the speakers. So this is one of the first laptops I see that actually it's very clearly defined.
For audio, you need a big, I think it's called echo chamber, right? Or you need a big, let's say, a chamber, to that the audio can resonate.
Yes.
And yeah, that's what we put in here. So then you have the SteelSeries keyboard. You already see the lights flickering. So let us talk about the ports on the sides. Wow, I think Kingston lock, USB, audio. Over here you have the fingerprinter, we called it in the past, right?
Yeah, biometrics, I believe is the word these days.
Yeah, indeed. This side, it comes with a card reader.
Yep.
So I already told you it's not only the specs and like extra specs like Thunderbolt or something, but also things like a card reader. Type C. Probably one of them is Thunderbolt.
Should be.
Yeah, it's. Oh, sorry.
The left one?
Yeah, the left one.
Yeah, it has some markings around it.
Okay, and then we go.
What happened?
No, nothing.
Did you get your finger trapped in the laptop?
Yeah. I closed it and my finger was stuck there somewhere.
Oh God, I knew it.
Let me do like this. Okay. Then over here we have this is the rear I/O. So you see on the left side you see the exhaust, and on the right side, and in the middle on the left side it looks like a USB connector. But actually, this is the power connector, so it's
yeah. Don't plug your mouse or keyboard in there. No. That's not going to go well.
It will not fit.
HDMI with enough force, everything fits.
And the LAN connector, of course. So and then we have the bottom.
Yeah, you can clearly see the fan there.
Yeah, and the heat pipes.
And another fan. But you can see there's a large amount of mesh there, and
and this one compared to the other ones also has a really large touchpad. So lightweight, I can check. This is 3 kilos.
Yeah, something like that.
Doable, but heavy for one hand. Peter, maybe you can go to the slide.
Yep.
Yeah. So now we talk about Stealth 18 AI. AI means Meteor Lake studio version. So what did I say? For 4090. So it can come.
Up to,
huh?
yes.
Yeah, up to indeed. So we already talked about most things. A large touchpad. Actually, it has 6 DIN audio speakers.
Yeah.
I'll probably hear at the top as well.
Wait, let me.
I'm not 100% sure. You know?
Yeah, that usually, yeah. So there are like, there's high frequency and lower frequency. So the ones
at the bottom.
Exactly. So there's bottom firing, top firing.
Yeah, and this doesn't.
You would expect the ones that you're seeing on the left and right there on the top. Those will maybe be the bass.
Could be.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure.
Because there's a little bit more space, and you know, especially for bass, you need that echo chamber.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Then this one comes with a 99.9 watt hour battery. And that is the larger capacity which you can legally take into an airplane.
So we call it barely legal.
Yeah, they call
barely
it.
legal battery.
I googled for that and I got different results.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, still series per RGB keyboard. Later I can show you that. Probably we do that on the Titan. Here again, we talk about this versus the last generation, but basically at a much higher power limit of 195 watt. I already talked about Titan, and then we talk about 270 watt. And Raider, one between these two models, 250 watt.
Yeah.
So,
but Stealth, because it's thinner, which means you have a little bit less cooling surface area, so then it becomes 195. So it's a little bit lower, but it uses a different type of cooling as well, which you see at the top right there. So it uses a vapor chamber. Yeah.
And this one comes also with PD 140 watt. So I told you in the back you had a looked like a USB connector for the adapter. I can actually, why not? I'm here. We have everything here. Why not show you? Okay.
Like in the past, that used to be like a barrel jack, as in like a round one. The power as well. And these days they tend to make it more, rectangle shaped.
This is the power brick which comes with it. I'm not going to read that. And this is the power connector. So it looks like USB, but it doesn't fit in. I'm going to check. Oh. No. It's clear no.
So that's actually smart. So they just made the size slightly different, so it doesn't actually
it's switchable. You can either, it's like Type C.
Yes. Reversible.
Yeah, sorry, Peter. Yeah. Thank you for improving my English.
No problem.
Okay,
try the HDMI port.
And okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Eric didn't plug it into the power, so it's okay.
Yeah, we can do that. No, but it's. Let's talk about this size. It looks big, but it's flat and it's not heavy at all. So. And I remember for notebooks in the past, sometimes you really had a big power brick, so you not only had to carry your notebook, but also, of course, the power brick. The interesting thing for this notebook is you can charge it with this adapter, but you can also charge it with Type C up to 140 watt, which is quite a lot. Let me put this back in the right box, otherwise...
It's not enough to charge it when you're using the full power.
Sorry?
Because this one can go up to 170, what was it?
195 watt.
195 even. Yeah. So there you go. So it wouldn't be enough to keep it charged. But if you're just doing some office work or some light gaming or something and not using the full power, which probably not using a lot of the time anyway, even during gaming, you're probably not going to go all the way up to 195 all the time. So yeah, that should actually work a lot of the time. I like that heat source out of my laptops. Well, sometimes it's nice, It can help heat up some food while you're gaming.
Okay, let me check for this one. I think that is it. We can compare. We can compare this model with the... I already forgot which one this was. I need to check the box again.
That one, oh God, what was it called again? That was the one that we covered first.
Oh, Crosshair.
Yes.
Crosshair. Yeah, so this is the Crosshair notebook. So, can you see it like this, Peter? The height? Not easy, yeah?
Wait. You might want to use the phone for that, the phone cam. Just,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and maybe it's back-to-back is more honest.
Yeah.
It's difficult to compare because, of course, they have probably...
The rear will probably be, you need to tap it because it's way too bright. Tap it again.
Maybe like this.
No, what? Can you tap the screen?
Yeah, I'm
there you go,
tapping
what
I can. So this is more or less the height difference at the back.
So
but you see
left side is the stealth?
This is this. Sorry, this is the stealth. This is the stealth.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. So, but you also see that
left side is the crosshair.
Well, it's yeah. Yeah,
so the stealth is clearly lower in profile. It's thinner.
Yeah, indeed, and it can have a higher GPU. 4090.
Yeah, but it also uses a different type of cooling with the vapor chamber, and the Crosshair is using what you see a lot in laptops as well. Is just the heat pipes.
So, and this is also what you pay for. I mean, designing something like this, thin, and we can also talk about this. Ooh, I cannot talk about size. I'm not sure if this is the same screen size, because if you look like this.
Oh, wait.
No, it's...
Yeah, you need to tap it, and then it will...
Yeah, if you look like this, you see the little bit different in size, but this could be a 17-inch and an 18-inch.
Yeah.
So, and weight, Peter, I will switch to different camera, or you will?
Yes. Let me check. Yeah, there we go.
I would say not that much different. But you can check that on the website.
Yeah. Actually, it should be on your slides as well, right?
Oh, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, next one.
Raider.
Raider. So, you saw just Stealth is a really potent gaming notebook. Raider is one step above that, and above that we have Titan. So I would say Raider is the smaller brother of Titan.
Yes. Now we're getting near the top of the pyramid.
I have one more notebook.
Creator.
No.
I do believe we had one of those.
This is Creator.
Oh.
Oh,
did you skip one?
Peter.
Did you skip one?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, you
Another
have a second
stealth.
You have a second stealth?
Yes, I have a second Stealth.
Jeez. So that's a 16-inch. You had the 18-inch just now?
Yeah, this is 16-inch.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
Wait, was the one that you just had, was that actually a stealth though?
Yeah, that was the 18-inch.
Right,
okay, this is the bluish one.
Alright. Okay.
Let me put that over there.
Oh, I see a different color indeed.
Yeah. So let me take the other Stealth as well. So this one is black and it's a 19-inch.
19? I thought it was 18.
Oh, sorry, 18.
Okay. Maybe take the phone cam, yeah, maybe that's better in terms of color. There you go.
You see, but thickness...
You need to tap the screen a little bit because it doesn't autofocus.
I'm tapping, I'm in an app, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, like this. So the left one is a 16-inch and the right one is a 17-inch. So it's
not blue highlights even, it's really just the whole product is has a blue color to it.
Yeah, it's bluish.
Yes.
I would say navy, no, marine blue or something? Or is that just a fancy word I heard somewhere on the internet?
I don't know. We probably have a marketing name for it.
Let me check if it's... I don't have a detailed slide for this. So
oh, okay. Well.
No. Anyway, let's go.
Maybe metallic blue or something. I don't know.
Yeah, metallic blue. Sounds nice.
Probably.
You should be hired by marketing somewhere.
I've missed my calling.
Yeah. Okay, Peter, can you switch to a different camera?
I can. Let's see. So can we see that you get your fingers caught in that one?
No.
Right.
I would say it's a smaller notebook, but I see already the same kind of features. So if you talk about the features, we have. I know
it's upside down, but
yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. I could also maybe turn the camera. I see
Yeah, speaker grills.
Speakers, but I don't see DIN audio. So it's possible this one doesn't have DIN audio.
Or it's just a pre-production sample and the markings aren't on it. That could also be.
possible. So probably it has a SteelSeries keyboard.
Yes.
Yeah, somewhere you see that. So it's booting. Stealth AI 16. Wow. Okay. Oh, a lot of games installed. Maybe we can play some.
Don't get distracted now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is also SteelSeries keyboard. I can already see that. Oh, we already knew, but also per key RGB. Sorry, yes. I want to say that.
Yeah.
So these notebooks, actually it's popping up. Maybe I use the capture, Peter?
Sure, you can try if you...
Actually, we will do like this. Maybe later we will go more. This also has an app called TrueColor, and you can switch between the different color profiles like Adobe RGB, sRGB, etc., etc. So that's for design options.
Yeah, I think most of our full systems come with this, don't they? Laptops, for
if
sure. If
you have a laptop with a screen which supports this, yes.
Yeah. I've seen, why I'm saying this is I've seen that a lot, the TrueColor.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, nice notebook. And this one, actually
really nice color, by the way. I really like the color.
Oh,
it's
this
just
was
something different
the lightest.
as well.
So this one is 89. So it's the lightest in the 18 class, my slide says.
Yeah.
And this one is 1.7 to 2.
Right, okay. So that is quite a bit of difference.
Yeah, it's 1 kilo difference. And yeah.
Well, 1 kilo
you
difference
really
doesn't sound
that.
like a lot, but I mean, if
it's 1/3.
I was gonna say it's like more than 30% difference. That's significant.
Yeah. I'm not going to repeat that in the chat.
No, indeed.
Yeah.
But really nice. So basically, you also, even besides the fact that you have different screen sizes, so 18-inch, 16-inch, so you even have in the chassis you have different colors as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if both of them come in both color options. If they come in blue and black, I'm not sure.
I don't know. We just got a sample. So.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, really nice.
And yeah, you already noticed that there are a lot of options. So it's difficult to cover everything. Okay.
You know what time it is?
To do the giveaway.
Yes. Oh. Right. So. Let's try another winner as well. I will copy the link in the chat again, because again I'm not sure if the bot is actually working or not. Apologies if it is not. Give away the link.
I think one feature which this one doesn't have is lightweight.
Well, I mean, the more you get to the top,
yeah.
It's going to be
I would
heavier
say
because it
kilos,
needs to have 5, more cooling potential.
Nah, 5 would be enough.
Anyway, you can win a copy of Skull and Bones. Really nice game, especially if you like sailing and pirates and stuff like that. I've enjoyed the game a lot. We've covered it a couple of times on stream as well. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to participate if you haven't yet. And yeah, we've got thousands of participations, it looks like. So it looks like you found it.
Next winner.
Yes, let me draw the next winner by random chance.
This for you. A difficult name.
Well, not really. Aldrichenko.
Okay.
I'm probably butchering it, but Aldrichenko, congratulations.
Well, sounds pretty okay, from what I can read.
You usually just need to take a second to read the name and then.
So.
Anyway.
Then on the top you have Titan. Below that you have Raider. So this is like the little sister of Titan. Let me put that here. So this one is an 18-inch notebook. It's a 4K screen, 120 Hz, and it can come with mini LED. To be honest, I don't know if there are options and
most likely.
Which this one is, but you can already see the back, the rear I/O. I like this effect.
Yeah, the red stripes.
Peter, if I do like this, it's it's like
I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah, you could already see it from there.
Okay, yeah, true that. Okay, connectors are more or less the same, so we don't have to go into detail. LAN, LAN, HDMI, and I think it's the power connector.
Yep.
Yeah. it's the power connector indeed. On the side, USB card reader. At the back, Kingston lock. And then on this side, two USB Type-C. I would guess, I don't know, PD and Thunderbolt. I'm going to check later. What is it? Normal USB and audio jack. Headset, microphone, etc., etc. Then, if you open it up, so you see this one? So it has like a butt.
Yes.
Like an ass. I like the ass. Probably we get banned from TikTok by saying this again.
They've already gotten rid of us.
I have my banana for size.
Oh, you didn't use it.
But this is like, I don't know what my kid gave us.
Is it an actual banana or
it's
is it fake?
An actual banana.
Oh, we need to get one that's like standardized because actual bananas can differ in size.
True.
We need to standardize that.
So, yeah, let me switch this on and let me take the mobile. Oh, that's the wrong mobile cam.
Whoops. Ready? All right.
Yeah, ready. Okay, so this one has the red accents here, not only on the back. So here as well in the grill. Biometrics.
There you go.
Enlarged, sorry?
Fingerprint scanner or biometrics unlocked.
Enlarged touchpad over here. Also DIN audio speakers over here on the sides, and this one, let me check my slide. Actually, it doesn't mention DIN audio, so they have so many other features.
Exactly.
Thunderbolt 4, killer. This, of course, is still series keyboard with per key RGB settings. Over here,
very nice.
it's difficult to see, but there's also an RGB bar. Ooh, this looks really, I think, really difficult to see. It looks better in real life.
You need to tap it, and then it will probably do. Yeah, there you go. It will dim a little bit, and then you can see the color.
I see here all kinds of effects. So it's so a light bar over here, RGB.
Knight Rider, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, indeed. So I think Peter, let's go to the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, indeed. So this comes with a 14 Gen HX CPU, 18-inch notebook, and this can go up to a 4090 GPU. And as you can see on the right side over here, you can see this is up to 250 watt, the CPU and GPU. And the difference here with the Titan is that it can go up to 270 watt. I don't know. Today I'm not going to do any benchmarks. We don't have time for that.
Yeah, we don't know what the actual difference is.
Yeah, I don't know indeed how much difference that makes indeed in the game. Well, in the benchmarks probably you can notice that. I don't know how much difference it really differs per game. No. Probably Ruud has benchmarks. We actually invited 2 experts, but nobody wanted to come, so we're the experts today.
Sadly, they weren't available.
Yeah.
So we had to fill in, and obviously, I mean, just a disclaimer: we are responsible within MSI for our departments for pretty much everything except business solutions and notebooks. So business solutions meaning like servers and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, all the components, desktops, monitors, stuff like that. That's what we are responsible for. Notebooks usually we don't cover. So yeah.
Can you show the back side, the D side?
I can.
Looks also nice.
Yes.
So it has some food, which also is part of the cooling. Some grills over here. I think these are speakers. And
some nice design going in there.
Yeah. Really nice design.
Right, back to the PPT.
Yeah, so and then if we're talking here, we're talking about the display HDR 1000. So we're talking really about high numbers. So this has a 120 Hertz 4K mini LED screen. And I think this one does not come with any different options. So it's also mini LED. And yeah, mini LED basically is talk about the backlight. So I think it's just an IPS panel. But the lighting is way better, and you can you probably cannot see that on the live stream. But I already played with Titan, and I can see that. over here. But yeah, that's the problem with capturing things. Hello, hello, there we are. Okay. So it's difficult to see how. Yeah.
How do you mean? The
The
HDR?
screen, the quality of the screen.
Yeah. Especially this camera isn't that good.
Or maybe that camera, but yeah, I mean, you probably, if I put here like a normal IPS panel,
you also
TN
need
panel.
Exactly, it's compared to other things, so then it becomes a bit more clear. But yeah, it is a very high quality and very good screen with, like, I mean, the specs say it as well. 1000 it display HDR 1000, so you know then it can become really bright and it has really good coloration as well, and a very high contrast.
Okay, let's compare this one with the Stealth, and then of course I take the same Stealth 18-inch.
Yeah, 18-inch versus 18-inch.
Both are 18-inch, and I think so width is the same. Is that width? Yeah, that's width. And then it doesn't differ that much in height.
Wow, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Like the screen. If you take the screen off, it has the same height.
Pretty much the hinge and the screen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, indeed. And as you can see, this one has a bigger butt. I don't know if you call it like that, but
sticky outy bit.
Yeah. Than this one over here.
Yeah.
So, but size like this, it's the same.
Now you need to tap the phone again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not my fingerprints. And Peter, I'm going to do the weight test.
Yeah, give me a second. There we go.
Whoa. Yeah, so this was 2.89. Then this is
a bit heavier.
Yeah, I would say at least 1 kilogram, but the website probably knows. It's not mentioned over here. One more thing which I can show. Can I show that? Nah, very difficult to see. But it has. Yeah.
What were you trying to show?
Yeah. The keys. So these are both 18-inch laptops.
Right.
And it's probably very difficult to see. But if we talk about the cursor keys and the arrow keys, I should say, and the numeric pad, the keys are bigger than on this model.
Yeah, these are a little bit slimmer.
Yeah, but very difficult to see from this. But yeah, which means they're more easy to use. And can you see that? Yeah, probably here you can see that here you have more area than here. But yeah, difficult to see. Okay, Peter.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we go to Titan.
Oh, the big one.
The big one. Oh, we need to hurry. We need to hurry. Okay, what is this? This is probably here. Okay.
Worry about cleanup later. Big box.
Big box.
Yes.
Hey, our mobile cam does pretty well.
Yeah. Now you've jinxed it, so now it's probably
except for the operator.
Well,
that's it.
There's only,
focus.
It's the weakest link, you know.
Yeah. So this is Titan. Let me open it up for you.
All right. Wow.
Yeah. Really nice box. But it's not about the box. It's what's inside.
No, but I mean, if you buy a product like that, you expect a nice box as well.
Yeah. Okay. So
I need.
Can I put this here, Peter, or am I blocking you? I can already not.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take out the power supply as well.
Yeah,
Peter, I think we don't have time to cover the Cradle notebooks. Anyway.
We'll see.
Yeah. So. Here. I need to take the power supply for this one.
That's probably recommended, yes.
Yeah. So, it's a bigger brick. A bit thicker, but 400 watt. In the past, this Titan notebook had 2 power bricks.
Some of them did, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Probably I have this already. So, most of them come with this Velcro attached to it, so you can neatly store it.
Ooh, NRT, I'm not sure. Is it GAN charger?
I don't know.
Me neither.
HDMI port still doesn't fit. The other one fits. Okay.
Now get your Mickey Mouse.
One moment. No. Peter, I thought we had some. No. No. I thought we had the other half of the power supply here.
The close-up cam was shaking.
Yeah, I pulled some cable. Sorry. One moment. I thought we were prepared well, but it seems we're not. Is this Mickey Mouse? It's Mickey Mouse.
There we go.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Let us maybe first look at this notebook. So, same kind of tooling, and I to be honest, I don't know. Oh, where did I put it?
Similar to the Raider.
Probably is the same like Raider.
Somewhat.
Yeah,
there are
it's
similarities.
The same. Yeah, it's the same height, so
okay.
probably it's the same tooling. The rear I/O, instead of the red accents, has the black accents. Oh, sorry, the blue accents.
Really? It's not showing. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Maybe in the main cam.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say yeah. Here you can see it a little bit, and on the back as well, a little bit clearer.
Yeah.
The close-up cam was cutting it out as like almost greenish, I guess.
Yeah. Ports are the same, except for this one. I believe you get a card reader over here extra, and I think that's it. Okay, then we're going to.
The Raider also had a card reader, didn't it?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, it had.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so it makes sense. If the chassis is the same, then.
One difference is this. It
The
doesn't
screen
have
is
a
dirty.
touchpad.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's dirty. and it's dirty. Okay. This is a green.
Yeah. It can make with the what is it with the green screen.
The screen.
It can make
I don't know what happened with the screen. Well, actually, I know. They told me this is the only one Eric cleaned.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I know. Okay. Let's forget about the screen. One of the things. Okay, I'm going to show you like this with the mobile webcam.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. As you can see.
Oof. Can you tap the phone again? Because
I need to keep tapping it because of the green screen. As you can see.
No, not just the green screen, but it's very too bright. So you need to point it at something a little bit not black, and then.
Not black.
Yes, because if you point it, yeah, you go. Then it's a little bit more normal.
Yeah, but as you can see, no touchpad, but you see it's there.
Yeah.
We have the Steel Series again. Cherry. I think MX. Switches in these.
Yes.
Do I see DIN audio? I mean, this has DIN audio, but I don't know if it's. The Steel Series. Sorry, I wasn't paying. So we have here the speakers on the sides. Yeah, let me plug it in and power it up. One moment. Oh, HDMI doesn't fit.
Yep.
Still doesn't fit.
All right, moment of truth.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And
it's starting to work.
there we go.
Yeah. So this is the touchpad. You see?
Ooh. Now it's quite clear.
Yeah. So RGB touchpad.
Yeah, not just red.
No, indeed. And of course you can configure this the same like the keyboard. So let me, Peter, also connect the capture here.
Yep. Go ahead.
That's the white one today. As I'm using the black one. Okay.
I see the chat really likes the touchpad there.
Okay. So can we see
That is a little overboard. I mean, for a Titan notebook, nothing is overboard. That's the whole thing. Is
Who
like
should
the
we ban in the
concept.
chat? A little bit.
The
no.
concept for the Titan notebook is how much overboard can we go?
What crazy idea can we do?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Does the capture work, Peter, for this one?
Let's check. Yep, it does. It seems to work. Let's put it that way.
Can you see the red text here? I don't know what it's saying, but it's something.
Well, it's blocked by you.
It's something confidential, blah 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 blah.
Do not show on live stream, especially not MSI Insider.
It's really difficult to see.
I don't know.
Anyway, that doesn't matter. So okay, let us take some of the software. So we already talked about the MSI True Color. So with this app, you can switch between the different color profiles, sRGB, Adobe RGB, and you have all the settings. So this has a really high-grade display. It's a 4K.
This isn't gonna. By the way, when Eric clicks a different profile here, you won't see it on the output on the stream, but you will see the difference on his screen. Let's say. So
well, this is all for designers indeed.
Exactly, but it won't change the output to the capture card. So it's what you're seeing.
No. Poor you. This notebook is an 18-inch screen again, but it has a 4K mini LED display. So mini LED backlight, which is one of the best you can get, and 120 Hz refresh rate. That's 4K 120. Let me see. Yeah, so this is the color profiles. So we're also running 4K. Let me see. Yeah, maybe here. This is the MSI Center, you already know.
Is it duplicating the screen? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay,
I don't know.
okay,
you were pointing it out, but I didn't see it.
Yeah,
yet.
sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
So this is MSI Center with all the modules installed. Most you already know. I'm not going to talk too much detail with all the things. One thing I want to highlight is user scenario. Here you can switch between the graphics, so the discrete graphics, hybrid graphics, or integrated graphics. So now it's a discrete graphics mode. Of course, it says here performance because you use the 4090 up to the maximum. And integrated graphics, well, you know, you didn't buy this notebook for that, but you still can do that. And hybrid graphics, it says hybrid graphics. That's Microsoft. Yeah, I remember.
If you need to use it on the go, let's say, and need the battery to last a little bit longer, you can choose the integrated graphics mode. It's like, again, like a mux switch, and basically.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So then we're going to this notebook has a SteelSeries keyboard. So this is SteelSeries engine. I'm going to the prism.
Here we go.
I hope this is viewable. So basically you have the RGB of the A cover, the logo in the A cover. You have the keyboard and you have the touchpad indeed. So I suppose, I didn't play with it, you know, I just got the sample like Monday, didn't have time to play with it. I suppose, I know the keys are per RGB you can configure. I suppose you can also configure this, but I'm just going to use some profiles. So Peter,
you
you
click
can
it
do
and then I'll switch to the
switching
mobile
between everything.
Okay.
And the keyboard, is it visible, the keyboard?
Yeah, mostly at the top, but...
Is it like this visible? So I'm going to switch another profile. Haze.
Yeah, now the trackpad is not visible. Yeah, now it is.
Yeah, I need to go a little West Coast. Yeah, we have too many lights in here. Let me rainbow always nice.
Yeah, do some effects.
So and probably we have the effects over here off. So that's the color shifting. And let me see. Yeah, you basically in this module you can define everything. Also, some games are supported.
You have a bit more dynamic effects that it can show multiple colors at once in the trackpad. Do you check if there's like one that will?
That's a good one. Presets. Let's just go here. Aqua. Chasing ghosts. Clown. Yeah. Disco mode. Yeah. So this
there
one.
we go. Yeah. Because it can actually show multiple colors at once. That's what I was looking for.
So probably if you look at this, it probably means the LEDs are located over here. on the sides, and the rest is like a milky glass. Not sure how you call it. Prism, the right word, or which. Oh, my English. Which spreads out the light, and that's why you see here as well the lights. But because of those shadows, you can see. Yeah. Well, can you see that? Yeah, right. Yeah, you also see that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, if I'm getting a lactic attack after this, Peter.
So it's not like an LCD screen in there.
No.
Obviously, it's more like edge lit.
Yeah, indeed, edge lit. Yeah, that's the right word. Rainbow, we already had that, so it's just doing a color loop. Self-destruct. Uh-oh.
You were not meant to touch that option.
No. Solar. Nice kind of blue. Static fade.
But there is something about this that just looks very, very nice. And even the camera and the way that we're filming it now can't really do it justice.
No.
It gives you an idea, but it's honestly in real life it looks even better.
Yeah.
It has a very high I want it, take my money factor.
So here you see all this like the Matrix looks like it. Wow, it's called?
Matrix. Oh.
No. Wabash and Lake.
Wabash. Well, Wabash and Lake. That is a reference from the Matrix movie. Actually, it is. Yeah.
Okay, I need to watch it again.
That's where Neo needed to take a phone call to extract out of the Matrix, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't watched the movie recently, but I want to again.
Yeah. Anyway, really nice. Software, Peter, can you go to the capture, please?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Maybe go to the PPT, Peter.
Is it inside the surface? It is, yeah. So you can actually not feel where the trackpad starts.
Maybe the mobile cam.
Yep, here we go. So it's one continuous surface. You won't feel where the trackpad starts or ends. It's completely smooth.
I'm making touches now. The
I
cursor
know,
on my screen
looks strange. It looks strange, I agree. So it probably takes a little bit to get used to, but it looks very, very nice.
Makes sense. And it's quite big.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's side. And Peter, can you maybe go to the PPT?
Yes. Oh, the PPT or the capture?
Yeah, PPT, I guess.
All right, okay, sure.
Yeah, so I already talked about the screen, 4K 120 mini LED, so it really pops out. You also see the display HDR 1000 with an amazing contrast ratio. Mini LED backlight, so we talked about it. And a lot of these kind of features. So
all the features.
Yeah, Peter, what should... shall we maybe skip Creator and do that another time?
I don't know. I'll leave it up to you.
And I will try to open this one up.
I don't know, chat. Do you want to see Creator laptop or do you want to see Eric potentially demolishing one of the...
I don't know if I can open this. I never tried it before. Let me switch it off.
There you go, Schnips. Schnips knows. That was a Wabash and Lake is the...
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's from...
Cool.
From the Matrix. Anyway.
Shut down.
Yeah, you need to. By the way, did it just play a sound when you disconnected the power?
Yeah.
Or like a boop boop?
Yeah. Was not me.
Okay, GigaRAM is afraid. He says don't open it.
Yeah, the problem is I need to use. I mean, the screws are okay. For
NRT
me.
wants to see you opening it.
Yeah, break it.
I don't know. Are we insured for this?
Where we go, we don't need insurance.
We are beyond insurance. Warranty does not apply here.
Okay.
Next time, try to benchmark some games on these laptops. I mean, we can, Senpai.
Yeah, today we really want to focus at the lineup, so to see how everything is positioned, what you get, what you don't get.
Because there were a lot of refreshes when it comes to our laptop lineups, and both in the way they look, but also the hardware. So we wanted to highlight and cover that. And coincidentally, there was a event here recently. So we had the opportunity to have at least some samples here locally that we could borrow for the live stream. So that's why we decided to go for it while the time was right.
Yeah, and that was indeed one of the reasons we should have done. We did it now.
How the heck did you fit a 4090 with so many things? Well, it's a mobile 4090 chip, right? So it's not a full desktop 4090 chip. But still, a 4090 is pretty damn powerful. Is the bottom cover metal or ABS? So is it plastic or metal?
I would say plastic.
Yeah. Oh my god, the horror. Won't someone think of the children? Oh, the humanity!
Okay.
Okay, Gigaram has...
That's how you get keys in your screen.
Yeah. Gigaram has stepped up. He will adopt this Titan if Eric breaks it. He's feeling generous. Yeah.
He trusts me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay. Now, that's one part.
Now, don't try this at home, kids.
No.
And
Well,
now
why
Eric
not?
is using a pry tool, so something very thin to get in between the layers.
I can do this, Peter. I already hear click, 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 click.
And then we hear crack, crack, crack.
Yeah, that's the problem. Nah, I can do this. I can.
Eric used to work in a repair shop, but he wasn't very good.
I did some. I opened some phones, telephones, like smartphones at home to repair them. Then I noticed the connectors were really
say,
small.
I opened some to practice, and then I did it on my own phone.
Yeah.
No, but this is, you can clearly see this is Eric's hobby right here.
Yeah. Okay. So it's plastic.
Yes.
Plastic, but there is some metal on the inside.
Yeah.
I mean, the grill
Yeah.
is metal, and here I don't know if it helps with cooling or something, but there is some structure over here. Maybe I will take
Maybe
my
also
phone.
just for structural strength and.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do 3D print that. I mean, but this is. I doubt. I don't know. I
Metal
don't know.
grid.
But this is metal in the corners.
Yeah.
These are metal, and this, I'm not sure about it.
That's probably just to make sure that there's probably plastic on the other side as well. But plastic obviously is very, you know, can break easily, more easily, let's say. So if something were to bump into it, you want to prevent something, especially close to the fans. You want to prevent, you know, pieces of plastic to actually get into the fans. So that's probably why they actually strengthen that on the inside a little bit more with metal.
Okay.
So that there's no way that can actually breach the fans
So
and
let's
damage
talk
it.
a little bit about this. So this is one of the speakers over here. Normally they're also mounted, the blue ones, they're like rubber. Can I do like this? Yeah.
Yeah. Like anti-vibration rings?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
So that's how you recognize the audio. So thin cable, left, right side, or right, left side, whatever. This is the Wi-Fi module with antennas. So the antennas go to different places inside the notebook, probably also along the screen. So when you open the screen, you have good signal.
Reception. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Perception or reception?
Reception.
So this is M.2 slot. I think this one, this one also has a Gen 5 M.2 slot. But as far as I know, currently everything is with Gen 4 SSDs inside. So 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 SSDs in a notebook. This is the battery. Over here, I can probably remove that as well, but I'm not sure.
99.9 watt hour, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to, like on the left side, there's a screw, I believe, and then there.
Yeah, here, 1, 2.
And you'd need to disconnect
3,
the cable
4.
as well. I would not touch it, but.
You did live streams with me before.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to say, you know, I'm trying to do
This is the
reverse
memory.
psychology and say I wouldn't touch it, so that you will say, well, I will.
This is, I would say, whether, okay, okay.
Is that a heatsink or a cover?
No, one moment.
Oh, there's the RAM.
Okay. Yeah,
RAM modules.
so this is the RAM modules. So it's SODIMM, and this one fits, let me see.
Can take 4.
It can take 4 modules. I don't know.
Is that a placeholder?
No.
Oh.
Probably
Right. Yeah.
some shielding or
Yes.
something
Yeah.
that they don't touch each other. So it can. This one actually fits 4 DIMMs. So I don't know how. We didn't look at. Well, we can check what this is. Peter, can you read
no,
it?
you need to tap. You need to tap it to. There you go. And tap it again.
Can you read
16
it?
gigs. Yeah, 16 gigs.
Okay,
PC,
60 times 4.
Yeah, 6500.
Yeah, so DDR5. And yeah, depending of course on the configuration, you either have 2 or 4 installed. This one, it's a media sample. You know, normally they go with everything what we have.
Yeah.
And for sure we sell something like this in the market. I already have a problem installing this SOD. Should it be like this maybe? Yeah.
Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. Only fits one way, like the original USB.
Yeah. So here as well, two DIMMs over here.
Yeah.
We already had these 2. This
What's underneath that? Yeah, that looks like a heatsink.
No, this is the chipset.
Yeah,
so
okay, but
I see I see the small green PCB below it.
Yeah.
So that must be.
But it looks like indeed like a mini heatsink because of the structure on top of it, like a little bit finned or structured.
Yeah,
It does this. We do this on our motherboards as well, right?
Yeah, indeed. Small
Yes.
heatsink doesn't need
Yeah.
a lot of cooling normally.
Yeah. But at least some of it, so that's good.
Yeah. And then over here we have the cooling, and you see the heat pipes.
You need to tap the phone screen again so it focuses. Yes, there we go.
Yeah. So we have 2 fans, a lot of blades.
Yeah, these are very how do you call it? Fragile as well. So you always need to watch out. I've seen people trying to clean these with a vacuum cleaner, which will then start to spin the fan up. Let's say, because if you start sucking air out, that will obviously start moving the fans. If they go and spin too fast, the fins can actually break off. And the fan basically just explodes, so don't do that. Be really, really careful. If you ever want to clean these things, which if you use it a lot and dust can get in, that's understandable. But please make sure you do it in the right way and put your finger on the fan in the middle, like the hub.
Peter, can you switch scenes for a second?
Yeah. Before you clean it, and also don't do it with a big
maybe I can do it with one
vacuum
hand.
cleaner, but maybe with a small attachment. There's like specific attachments for that.
Probably Ruud is watching and saying, "No, don't do these 2. Don't do."
Yeah,
don't
he's screaming
that.
at the screen right now. Ruud is probably just it's like a football match, but then with Eric tearing down the product.
No. These screws
Don't do that, you idiot!
don't move anything.
Exactly.
But below here.
Back to the phone?
Yeah, back to the phone. Below here, of course, we have the, I don't know which order they are, but CPU and GPU.
Oh, you couldn't take it off?
No,
no,
okay.
it's
It's
because you were screwing it. Okay.
Yeah, no, I would say these are all loose, but they're spring type. So maybe I removed the GPU.
Well, yeah. But there's a vapor chamber below that. I believe this one uses a vapor chamber cooling.
So no vapor chamber in this one anymore.
Yeah, that's part of the vapor chamber. Yeah, so you let the vapor out now.
Yeah.
So it's now just a chamber.
Indeed.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, there is some. It looks like some spring below it.
No, I think it's not like that. That's not. It's not a loose cover. That's if you take that off, it's like removing the cooler. So that's probably sticked on there pretty well.
It is. It is.
There you go. Because that's then literally on top of the cooler. Sorry, on top of the chips. And so basically that's like removing the whole cooling array.
No comments. Yeah. Okay.
It's all
so
right.
we can.
Eric is a professional. He knows what he's doing.
Do a sneak peek over here, I guess. Oh no, it's like this. Yeah.
You can just remove the screw and then take it out, I guess.
Yeah, I can. But I mean, people see already had 3 SSDs, 4 DIMMs. So, and as you can see, I can open it without hopefully breaking it. So probably everybody can, and then you can upgrade this yourself. Of course, the battery you cannot fit a bigger one or another one in. But in the future, if you ever want to upgrade the Wi-Fi, this is just I don't know how the slot is called, but it's like an M.2 slot.
MXM module or something?
No. This is like CV1,
right,
blah,
okay.
blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so M.2, we have the 4 DIMM slots. So some you can even put more memory in. And we have the 3 SSDs, which, that's all easy upgradable. Of course, in a notebook, CPU and GPU upgradable is very difficult. In the past, there were plans with MXM, but nowadays most of it is all soldered on the PCB with BGA.
Yeah.
So,
and to be fair, by the time you want to upgrade the Wi-Fi, and this has Wi-Fi 7, you know that's going to be a couple of years. So I'm not sure by that time if you really want to do that, but it's possible.
Okay. Oh, Peter, maybe you can go to the slide.
I can.
Yeah, here on the top you see the cooler.
Yeah, the vapor chamber. Yeah.
We
actually saw that
with
on
the
one
things
of the
I wanted
previous
to remove. I know it's not big, but yeah, of course it cools the CPU, GPU, and all the probably the memory, etc. around it.
Memory
I don't know which
modules
one is
around
what.
the GPU, obviously. Yeah.
I didn't tell Ruud I would close this one.
Nah, well then don't.
I better do. I mean, it came open easy, so I think that's it for today, Peter.
Yeah. Well, then we'll draw our last winner as well. We'll enjoy the sights of Eric trying to put this thing back together.
Easy.
And I'll let you guys take bets on whether it will turn on again or not. And in the meantime, I will draw the last winner for today's giveaway. We hope you guys found this live stream entertaining, but also informative, of course. And let us know if you have any questions. Yeah,
so we didn't touch on our Cradle notebooks. We will do that another time.
Yeah.
We didn't touch on the Pro notebooks. We also do that another time. We didn't do any benchmarks. Maybe we can ask Ruud to prepare something, but it will not be on short term. We need to have the notebooks, and we need to have something that we can see the impact of the TDP on the. So maybe it will be Raider and Titan.
Well, it needs to make some kind of sense, right? You need to have something that's somewhat comparable.
We need to be able to tell you something.
Yeah, otherwise you're just comparing different components with each other, which obviously there's going to be a difference. Yeah. So you need like similar components, different chassis, a different configuration, as in the power configuration, and then you could have something. But all right, so our last winner for today.
He says turns on with a RAM warning, memory warning.
Really?
No. Somebody was predicting that.
Well, you took it out, so it's possible.
You
took one of the modules out, so obviously that could screw it up. But we'll see. Our last winner for today is called Shreddy B. Congratulations, Shreddy B. You also win a copy of Skull and Bones, the game. We'll send those out. So congratulations to all the winners. We'll send out the codes to you guys as soon as possible. Eric? Error message?
No.
The trackpad is red? No.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. So, without problem. One pop-up, it says, true color.
RAM warning. No.
No. Thank you for trusting me. Who was it? Gigaram. Thanks.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It will work. It did.
Okay, guys, that was it for this week.
Yes. And next week, we will be back with
you.
Well, me and somebody here, but probably not Eric. We'll be back with new 4K monitors. So we have a couple of new 4K monitors coming up.
You're also going to play your game?
No, well, we're not sure about that yet.
Okay.
I took a few days off to play Manor Lords, I think as many people did. Actually, the company behind it, the publishing company, posted like a, what was it? A mock-up letter of like a fake doctor's letter saying, no, I need to take some sick days because I have an urgent need of feudal town building and stuff like that. Anyway, really
cool. You used it.
I didn't. No. I
just took off.
I just took a few days off. Anyway, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not sure if it's really something for the stream because it's a bit long-winded and it's not for everybody. But we'll see if we can find a nice game for it. It is because of 4K and the game runs really well and it's more like a chill game, meaning slow-paced, not fast-paced action. So 4K is actually quite good. But yeah, we'll see. We'll find something nice to play on it. Obviously, 2 screens, one with quantum dot or QD, the other one is without.
And black and white.
Black and white?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
One screen is black and the other one is white.
Oh, like that. Okay.
No, they didn't inform you. And we will probably have a white build and a black build.
Yes. No. What, next week as well?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Can we put them together?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
that's like no. We're not. I mean, they're already built. We're not going to build them.
Okay. Well, anyway.
This was one of them is the one we built, I think, last week. Oh, Monkey built
right.
with
It's
the,
already there. Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine. We can just get right to playing then, which is the good part. Anyway, Manor Lords is like Kingdom Come when it comes to realism, I guess, but they are very much different type of games. So Kingdom Come is more like a role-playing game, RPG, whereas Manor Lords is very much a town-building strategy type of game. Think more like Banished, if you know games like that. So it's a bit more anyway, very different game. Anyway, next week we'll talk more about some monitors, so we hope to see you guys next week.
Did it boot? Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Without any error.
Yes, so far, but
I don't know if it's stable.
I still think Eric destroyed the vapor chamber, but we'll see.
Eric, are you losing weight? Yeah, I'm trying, but not going fast enough. Still 30 kilos to go, I guess.
Keep it up, man. You can do it. Anyway, thank you guys for joining this week. Hope to see you guys next week. As always,
bye-bye.
take care.
Have a good evening, morning, wherever you are.